What's happening, everyone? Welcome back. And if it's your first time here, just plain welcome. Yes, we are going back to Buffalo because there is so much still to talk about. Part of it is I know you guys are interested in different information about that. And honestly, I feel I need to shine as much light on this as possible. And some of the shit I've learned just since Thursday is kind of bonkers, right? And there's a couple different things, and it builds on some stuff I think I talked about in the last video. So let's get into it, why don't we? All right, first, pretty sure I mentioned the McKinley shooting in 2022. A kid stabbed a student, shot a security guard, right? Pretty big deal. The Buffalo Public Schools launched an independent investigation in 2022. And let's talk about that information for a moment, why don't we? In fact, WGRZ's Nate Benson, the only journalist I've seen in Buffalo who's actually worth a shit, had this story.
At the time, an investigation of the incident was promised by the district, and one was completed by the summer of 2022, but it was never released to the public. Board of Education members were shown a copy of it individually, and they never discussed it during a public portion of a board meeting. The so-called McKinley report was also never shared with Buffalo police. The district said in a statement to Two on Your Side in part, quote, "The McKinley report was prepared as part of an attorney-client privilege, and therefore not released publicly."
We made a notice to produce on the school district for documents that would include that investigative report and other documents.
Kristen Elmore Garcia is one of the attorneys representing the student who was stabbed during that incident. The lawsuit was filed in August 2022 and is still in the discovery phase. They have yet to see a copy of the McKinley report as well, though she suspects it will paint a picture of how the 2022 shooting and stabbing happened.
That's right, boys and girls. Literally nobody has laid their eyes on this report except for the school board, who are the very people most likely to be incriminated by it. They say this was an attorney-client privilege thing, but the only person who, there's two cases of attorneys in here. There's the school board's attorneys and there's the kids' attorneys, right? The fact of the matter is they can release the report if it's about their attorney, right? If it's something that was created for their attorney, they are, as the client, able to release that if they so desire. Okay? Nothing says they have to sit on this for them. If it's something that was created somehow for some reason for the plaintiff's attorney, why the fuck haven't they gotten it? It's been 3 years, motherfucker. 3 years. Jesus Christ, if a kid in the school system turns in his report 3 years late, you're not going to give him a passing grade, for God's sake, are you? Then again, considering the shit that goes through the heads of administrators in Buffalo Public Schools, I can't rule that shit out. Okay? I said last time I think the fix is in. I think their attempt at an independent investigation is to do what they tried to do 3 years ago. What they tried to do then was, there's an independent investigation. It's going to take some time. Please be patient, until people forgot about it. The news cycle marches on. People move on with their lives. And it is what it is. It's just a thing, right? People have short attention spans. Part of the reason I keep talking about this is to try to expand the attention span just a little. Just a little. But it is what it is. They did the report. They haven't given it to the attorneys. And I cannot believe for a moment that this independent report will ever be made public either. They will likely use the exact same argument 3 years from now when we start trying to get them to tell us what the report said. And honestly, I don't expect anything out of the report anyways. I don't expect it. Because they're not going to hire someone who will find the truth and make sure everyone knows what the truth is. True story, the fat electrician said he's going to apply to be the independent investigator. I think that would be freaking hilarious. Unfortunately, he's got the wrong qualifications because he actually likes to dig stuff up and tell people what's going on, which is clearly the wrong thing for the Buffalo Public Schools. Not their jam. Not the way they like to roll. That's just how it is for them. Okay? This is indeed the fix. Now let's talk a little bit about John Flynn. Okay? That's the former district attorney who tried to make the case that Detective Rich High doesn't know how investigations work. Little Birdie said there was a history there. A little bit of a history between those two. That angry cops and John Flynn, there was something there. So I tried to look. I couldn't find a lot connecting the two. But I did find one case. And it was interesting because I remember when this happened. See, Donut Operator actually had a video of an incident where a judge kind of got chewed out a little bit. All right, so I'm going to get into the backstory here a little because I don't want to I don't do what Cody does. But there was an incident between neighbors. Police roll up. Everyone's really belligerent. Officers trying to tell a woman to calm down, trying to take it. She doesn't. She starts. There's the thing. He goes to arrest her, and the guy shoves the cop, right? Tells the cop he's going to be sorry, yada, yada, yada. Well, this guy was a New York State judge, right? At that time, he was an acting state Supreme Court judge and was permanently filling a role on the New York Court of Claims. I didn't bother to look that up because I just, honestly, I don't give a shit. It's a guy named Mark Grisanti. I think I'm pronouncing it Grisanti. I don't fucking give a shit. But he showed his ass. And he assaulted a police officer on camera. Right? The body camera is showing him assaulting him. And then he gets a little belligerent when he's trying to explain it. And this is where things get interesting for me. Okay? Let's start with the video of him starting to get belligerent a second time. And when he ends up in handcuffs, you're going to want to pay really close attention to this.
So let me ask you this. Two questions. First off is, how do we prevent something like this in the future?
I'll do it December then.
Okay.
With these two, everybody, they start, next week will be with them.
Okay.
The next week after
I mean, I'm
will be
going to
with them.
ask some of these people because I want some
trust me.
because
You'll
I mean, I'm sure you understand.
Do me a
I'm
favor.
getting.
Get around in the car and I'll bring her inside. And I didn't mean to tackle you, but I mean, you kind of threw my wife down on the ground pretty hard, and I don't appreciate that.
I understand that.
All right? I really don't. If I would do that to your wife and you were outside, you do the same thing.
Sure. If you were a police officer and she was screaming
No,
in my
my
face.
daughter's a police officer, and I know what you guys are going through right now. And trust me, my daughter's a police officer, my son-in-law's a police officer, my brother,
Okay.
my
And if
my
someone was
son's
screaming at your
a
daughter and
firefighter.
approaching her like that, she would have done the same thing.
No, you grabbed my wife from over there and dragged her over here, which was not necessary.
Okay.
So you need to chill out about that.
I have a camera, so that
I'm giving you
it's all
constructive.
documented.
I don't care about your camera. Just give you a little constructive criticism, dude.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me give you some constructive criticism. You want to drop another copper's name? You want to scream about, Molly or the mayor? Why don't you shut the fuck up? And you keep that quiet. Shut your goddamn mouth. Put your hands right back. Listen. Put your hands right back. You want to be difficult? You want to say, I know all these coppers, I know all these things?
No,
You want to make us look dirty? Is that what you want to do? So how am I helping you now? Tell me, how can I help you? Shut up and let me talk to you, you old geezer. Shut up. Shut up. Let me talk to you. Since you had so much to say and you touch a cop. So let me talk to you.
Okay.
Guy. Let me talk to you. Guy. Quiet. No, you're not done talking yet. And I'm not done talking to you. So let's be quiet, Dad. So son can get some words in. You're saying everybody's fucking name and dropping everybody's name with a badge. And you're expecting special treatment. How does that look like to everybody in this environment right now? It doesn't look good.
I know.
And if you
You're right.
grab him,
You're
what do you want me to
100%
do?
right. Listen,
What do you want me to
100%
do?
right.
Why are you still over talking?
You're 100% right.
We're going back over to my car.
No, I'm just saying, you're 100% right.
We're going over here now. You smell like sheep.
Did that cop look, I don't know, angry to you? He looked like a angry cops, I guess you could say. Right? No, that could not be our own Rich High. No. Wait. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. That was Rich, right? He arrests this guy. And yeah, the dude assaulted a cop. By his own words, he's like, hey, I'm sorry I tackled you, right? You want to know what the prosecution looked like for Mr. Grisanti? There fucking wasn't one because John Flynn dropped the fucking ball. And, okay, no, that's not fair. That's not fair. Because dropping the ball indicates he just made a mistake. No. Flynn willfully declined to prosecute someone who assaulted a police officer. Right? He assaulted a cop right there on camera for God and everyone. Dropped every fucking name, including the mayor and his daughter and son-in-law, who are both police officers reportedly. He dropped names like crazy. I'm legitimately surprised he didn't drop Andrew Cuomo's name, right? Because that's who appointed him to his judgeship at the time. The judgeship he was holding when this happened. He's dropping names. That's why Rich gets all in his face like that. Because yeah, it makes it look bad. There's literally no way they could not end up in handcuffs without the Buffalo police looking dirty as shit. And look at the date in the corner. That's June 2020. What had just transpired? What was going on in the country the summer of 2020? Could that be when everyone was fucking hating on the cops? That every cop was dirty and running around looking for a chance to shoot black people? Flynn refused to prosecute Grisanti. Right? If he had just pled it down to simple assault, it would at least look like he got charged. He didn't even get charged. Dude's walking around with a clear criminal history. And for the record, a look at his Wikipedia entry shows this isn't the only time he's had a problem with violence. He got into an altercation before, claimed somebody started it with him, and yet, again, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I do think he got censured by a state commission, right? Censure is just basically going naughty, right? It doesn't, for someone like this, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't know any more about what may be going on between Rich and John Flynn, what may have happened during that time. But Flynn looks dirty as shit to me. And him trying to cover for the school board, trying to say they were so cooperative with him during that time. His office never got the fucking safety report either, for the record. Right? This is what we're dealing with right here, right now. And truth be told, anybody who takes Flynn seriously needs to have their fucking head examined. Just that's how it is. The Buffalo school system, Buffalo Public Schools, they're trying to kick the can down the road and hoping we'll all forget. I said it last time and I'll say it this time. I'm not fucking forgetting anything. I'm in this shit for the long haul. This might not be an everyday post for me. This might not be my normal video. Might be weeks between some of the Buffalo videos. But I'm not letting this go. Not in the least. All right. And finally, a little update from Governor Kathy Hochul, who is apparently aware of what's going on in Buffalo. And she doesn't give a shit. She doesn't give a fuck. The official word is she's going to wait and see what the independent investigation unveils. Translation, she doesn't give a fuck. She's giving some lip service, pretending like she cares about the process, but she doesn't, because if she did, she'd probably have Letitia James start looking into it. Or she'd call for, the U.S. Attorney's Office to take care of it. But that's not happening because she doesn't give a fuck, right? Anybody knows an independent investigation boils down to We investigated ourselves and found we did nothing wrong. Right? Nobody trusts those. No one should trust whatever comes out of this unless they hire the fat electrician to do the investigation. And frankly, that would just be fucking hilarious, and I would laugh myself silly. Realistically, not going to happen. We all know it's not going to happen. So, again, I ain't letting this go. Buffalo Public Schools, I ain't letting it go. If you hope this is just going to fade into the background, give it up. Too many people have too much on them, on their mind about this stuff. I'm not letting you shield people who hurt children. I'm not. It is the most morally reprehensible thing you can do. And I'm not going to just walk away and let you get away with it. And to people who are like, well, this happens everywhere. Yeah, probably does. And we need to end it. Our children deserve better. Plain and simple. Right? And on that note, I'm going to wrap it up because, Jesus fucking Christ, if I don't, I'm going to drink myself retarded. What do you think about any of this? I want to know your thoughts on it. Things that maybe you see something I don't, whatever. Tell me what's on your mind. Go down in the comments. Share your thoughts. While you're down there, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, then the notification bell so YouTube will actually tell you when I have a video out. And if you want to support the channel right now, the best way to do that is with the coffee link down below, just a buck or two. Every little bit will help. And on that note, I am going to wrap it up, and I will see you all in the next video.